Um, so I have a $40 budget. So let's plot accordingly. Hello everyone, my name is Omid Roustaei, otherwise known as the Caspian Chef. I'm here today at the West Seattle Farmers Market. Really excited to be doing a food demo. I'll be presenting a classic Iranian dish similar to frittata, except we call it kuku. And we're here for Shop Like a Chef. Okay, let's go shopping, everyone. We will need eggs, obviously, and then whatever vegetable that is looking good and it's seasonal. Not all vegetables are traditional in kuku making, but we'll see what we can find today and improvise. Oh, I think that would look better with one big giant piece in my mouth. No, we're not going to do that. Here we are. Asparagus is not traditionally used for kuku, but who doesn't love the first batch of spring asparagus? So I'm definitely going to make one batch of asparagus kuku. The question always is, well, how do you select your asparagus? I always prefer the skinnier and the more tender ones, just because it's just fresh. This looks like precisely what I was looking for. Just nice skinny asparagus, and I'll just trim the bottom part of it and it will be ready to go. Another thing that I always like to use in kuku is onions. So just a good old yellow onion would be a really good choice here. These spring onions are always very good, and they add a good flavor. So I'm going to use not only just the green part, but also saute the stems, and that gives a really good flavor to the kuku. So I'll get a batch of this. I think we hit the jackpot here. This chipotle, I personally love chipotle, and depending on how hot you like your food, this will be a really good flavor that it adds to the kuku, the smokiness. I particularly love this. I'm going to get some of the chipotle as well. Oh, look at all these lovely greens. Good morning. Morning. Hi. Maybe that's a place to consider coming back. When we do a full loop, we'll come back around to see what we can do with some fresh greens. Here we are with eggs. Good morning. Could we get 2 dozens of your eggs, please? Thank you. Yesterday, I took a container gardening class with Tilth Alliance, and I have my containers and raised bed all ready to go. And so I'm looking at all of this, getting excited about maybe getting some of these to take home with to put in my my own garden. Okay, forget about cooking. I want one of each. These, don't they look gorgeous? Wow, those raspberry croissants. Wow, really makes you tempted, doesn't it? So I'm still looking for yogurt. If we can find some, that would be really wonderful. I see some herbs, and as a Persian, you can't not have herbs in your dishes. So I'm definitely going to get some herb. Looks like there's some cilantro here, so let's check these out. Good morning. May we have Sure, thank you. Do you have any parsley by any chance? No. Okay, I'll take one cilantro, please. Thank you very much. Okay, so I think I'm gonna get some parsley. So we got cilantro for one. I'm gonna get parsley for another one to change things up. And I'm contemplating whether I think they could all work, either Swiss chard or cabbage or maybe both. So definitely Swiss chard, just because it looks so tender and fresh. How cute is this? Definitely gonna get a bunch of this and maybe a cabbage as well. So why don't we get a small little cabbage, and I think this will be a good little mix of greens to put into the kuku. Okay, let's go. We'll figure out what we end up making today, right? That's right. That is indeed the selling point of this whole thing. Just cook with what's available, what's local, and what's accessible, more importantly. What makes me confident in the kitchen? I think just years and years and years of practice, and just cooking every day is really the secret. Nothing really beyond that. You learn how to deal with catastrophes and have to improvise and make things work just because out of sheer necessity. I was working in biotech for a number of years, and I found working in cancer research, like you're always in the treatment side of the cancer, and I wanted to see if there was a way to be on the preventative side of it. So I went to a cooking school in Colorado where it was plant-based and geared toward cooking healthy food. And so when I started working as a private chef, those were the clientels that I had, helping them, supporting them in eating, introducing them to eating more nutritious and healthy and whole food, which is kind of the continuation of what I do today. So we got the pan nice and warm. We added some oil. Now we're just going to saute some onion. Get that started so that when we're assembling the kuku, it's ready to go. Okay, so while the onions are cooking, why don't we go ahead and prep our asparagus and ask an average person to tell you how to prep the asparagus. They'll tell you to snap it, but that whole snapping business is really wasteful, I think. You can, if I had a vegetable peeler, I would actually just take the very bottom woody part off and then get a vegetable peeler and peel the bottom side of it, and then you get to use a whole lot more of this asparagus and not waste it. So don't snap. Food is absolutely memory for me, particularly every recipe in the book. I selected it, and there's always a story that goes along with it, be it a story from when I was growing up in Iran and my relationship to the country, to the cuisine, and to the region, as well as a lot of the dishes that I included in the book about the story of how I came about it. So food is full of stories and relationship that is worthy of acknowledging and remembering, and I think it's part of cooking from the heart. All right, we're gonna clean up some of the green onions, take the root system out, and often that first layer is a little unpleasant, shall we say, and so we're going to peel that back and always check to see if there's any dirt trapped in there and clean it up if you need to, but otherwise this is good and ready to go. So here's a little trick. I brought a little baking soda, and I think you have to be hiding under a rock to have not heard about the miracles of baking soda these days. So if you're a little short for time, add a touch of baking soda to your onion, and it will it will within a minute get your onions to soften and caramelize, like as if you spent a lot of time with it. So add just a touch. And then you'll watch what happens. It softens it and it helps it break down. The other thing that is just part of a classic Iranian cooking is turmeric. And we not only use a lot of onions, but every time we use onions, we color it with turmeric. It adds such a depth of flavor and color to any dish that we use. So here goes a little turmeric.
He's giving me a cooking lesson. Her, actually.
Okay. So I'm thinking these are good. So I'm going to take them out of the pot, put them aside, and then start assembling our first batch of kuku. Go around, shop for our last vegetable. Does cookies count as a vegetable? I don't, no, probably not. Okay.